Hi viewers, we're here again, it's WuTV and we're live from Wu HQ here in London. And I've got a treat for you today. I'm here talking to Rima. Rima is the Japan guru for Wendy Wu Tours and I'm delighted to be here. Rima, good morning.
Good morning, Annie. How are you?
Really good, really good. Looking forward to this chat today.
Yeah, so am I. I'm happy to share what I can about Japan.
Amazing, amazing. Now, at the moment, I've got to say, Japan seems to be everywhere. It's on the TV, it's in sport, it's when I open magazines, it's, you name it, it just seems to be everywhere you look. Why is that?
Personally, I just feel Japan is the place to be this year and over the next coming years. Having been there myself last year, the amount of development taking place in Japan, they've really put themselves on the world map. They're geared up to host the Rugby World Cup at the moment really, really well. The development taking place for the Summer Olympics and Paralympics next year, and even Expo in a few years' time. So for me personally, I do feel Japan is the place to be in Asia in the next couple of years.
You have travelled extensively throughout Japan. I imagine there is not a part of Japan that you haven't seen. And to be honest with you, I want to go. I seriously do want to go. But I'm not sure when to go or even how to go. What do you recommend?
Well, Andy, you're right. I actually was very fortunate to travel on the Discover Japan tour in autumn last year. And I have to say, I fell in love with Japan when I went on that tour. And for me, a lot of people tend to go during spring, during cherry blossom, which is great when Japan is in full bloom, but you can never predict when the cherry blossom is going to happen, and it's a busy 2 weeks in Japan. So saying that, I went in the autumn, and Japan is also very well known for the autumn leaves, and the season itself lasts longer, around 6 weeks. And I went, and it was bright blue skies every single day. The sun was shining. I've got those picture perfect postcard memories that you would never think you would see in Japan. Japan can be known for being quite hazy. And I have to say, it was then I realised, yes, autumn is the place to be if you want to experience Japan in all its delights. The food itself was outstanding. I myself am a vegetarian, and the amount of detail they put into food, the sights that you go to see, yes, it's busy, it's a tourist destination. But to me, Japan is unlike a lot of other Asian countries.
I've got to say, Rima, I have been doing a little bit of research myself because I do seriously want to go to Japan. But looking in the guidebooks, it seems to be a lot centered around Tokyo and Kyoto on Honshu. But I suspect there's more to Japan than just that.
You're right, Andy, there definitely is. The three main islands of Japan are Honshu Island, Kyushu and Hokkaido. So for me now, I think if I was to go back to Japan, I would very much like to go to the Kyushu Island. It's the third smallest island in Japan, and it's known for its active volcanoes, its beautiful scenery, and I suspect there's going to be definitely different types of cuisine and culture and people and landscapes out there.
So Rima, I've got to say, from everything you've said today, again, I seriously do want to go to Japan now. You've really whet my appetite for the country. I'm thinking about a group tour. I've got to say, I haven't done a group tour before, but it seems to be the ideal place to do a tour. Would you say that's correct?
Definitely, Andy. I've been fortunate to have travelled on a couple of group tours now. And for me, seeing Japan on a group tour is the best way to see it. For many Western passengers, going to a different country where the cultures are different, language is different, can be a little bit alienating. So for me, doing it as a group, and especially when we've got offices all over the world, and you've got passengers from the UK, New Zealand, Australia, and you see how friendships bond over 2 or 3 week period. You get to enjoy experiences together, whether it be Zen meditation at a temple in Kyoto or miso tasting up in the Japanese Alps. It's definitely worth it, and I think you'll have a really good time.
Well, Rima, it has been an absolute pleasure speaking to you today. I've really enjoyed every minute of this chat, and I've learned so much. Needless to say, as soon as we finish here, I am going to book my Japan holiday. It sounds wonderful. Thanks, Rima. So viewers, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of WuTV as much as I have today. As I say, Japan is everywhere. It sounds exciting, diverse. Viewers, you seriously have to book. I know I'm going to book as soon as I finish it today. Stay tuned for another episode of WuTV.